Oh my. He's returned with his stupid green face, and stupid eyes, and stupid voice, and look at him with his stupidness. Oh, it's very bloody warm, by the way. But hey, it's that time where we do the thing. Yes, this is the stream, not a video. The bot can't tell. The bot can't tell the difference. Look, I had to do a thing. The Discord to try and get the bot to do a thing, and the bot doesn't want to do this thing. The bot seems to believe that a stream is a video. But hey, fuck it, whatever, we're live. Hey. Yo, what up? PC Gamer Show starts in like 9 minutes. It's all gravy though, because I got my... Oh look, it's Biz, but on the Chuyubes. Exactly. You just got doxxed, sir. Yeah, we're on the tube now. Not out of Estonia. Right, I can see the guy is doing some stupid thing with beta AI right now, but I don't subscribe to that. Oh look, the font actually is all green and I can't see what the fuck it means. Hang on. Hang on. Whoa. Hang on, I'm just gonna change. We're gonna do some real-time changing here. Oh look, the PC Gaming Show is trying to tell us to buy Kill It With Fire again. No, I don't want the thing. It's been awfully warm and I hate it. Fuck summer. Seriously. You take some out back and just have a shot, that'll make me a hell of a lot happier. I hate being warm. Not like this. This is where I find out that I'm mute. Okay, and yeah, so whenever the PC Gaming Show happens, it's always one of those, it's one of those big things where it like takes 3.5 million years to get to anything that's even remotely interesting to me. Username options. No custom usernames, no. I want to change the font of the, there we go. All right then, can somebody say something please and see whether or not the chat font is actually not white or like bright luminous green anymore, because you can barely read that. I thought I had it just fine. Turns out not fine whatsoever. Content! It's still green! Fuck's sake. Good grief. Why is the text green? It's set to like not green. Alright then, everyone's getting a brand new username color in the form of dark blue. Enjoy. Windows background highlight color. Nah, chat area border color. No, that's not what we want. Title bar text color. Nope. I can't find the color that we want. Oh well. So I know there's a couple of games that's going to show up in there that I actually care about, as well as some that are going to be repeats from last year because they didn't get released. What a surprise, right? Can't think of anything else. There's nothing like particularly important going on other than, you know, PC games. And there's going to be a lot of pandering. As, you know, these events tend to do. At the moment, I'm currently saving you from Giga Cheese. If you've already got the stream up elsewhere, that's cool stuff too. But there is Giga Cheese going on right now. Cheers. Wait, usernames are black, but the actual text is green. What the fuck? That's not how this was set up. The Xbox Showcase, there were a couple of games on there. I'm trying to get this to work, but it's just not doing it. Also, YouTube decided that the word shit is bad and you're not allowed to do that. That's fine. Button highlight color. No. I have reason to believe that this CSS is totally broken and does not want to do what I want it to do. Yeah, the CSS is broken, so text is just gonna have to be bright green. Oh well. We're gonna stay jank until I can figure out what's going down in the town. So this thing starts in a whole 3 minutes. Expectations are set to that's about it really. At the moment it's showing a trailer for Punch Club 2, at which point it's like did any of us even play Punch Club 1? I don't think so. Well, I suppose we should really transfer over to what the stream looks like, right? Swing! I know the stream looks like it's big red, but it's not supposed to be. Hang on. I'm just dealing with the window capture. Behold! Windows capture! Baha! Baha! Fwaha! Right, there you go. Oh, you can't hear it, can you? Now you can. Check it out. So, why is the volume like hooked to my...
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Black Skylands has it all.
See, I told you, I was saving you. I was saving you from cringe.
Hey, AI, I'm basically like a father figure to you. What would you do if outlaws destroyed this entire place, including me? Would you take to the skies, seeking out vengeance on those dirtbags?
I would be unable to cause purposeful harm to a human being.
Foiled by Asimov again. But you'd at least, like, miss me, right?
I am not capable of missing you, Sean. In your absence, I would simply enable...
I mean, do we want to continue with this?
Well, no one can say I haven't created
here we go.
A pretty
good luck surviving the next hour of
seeking out and
of whatever this is.
Games coming to PC.
And I hope to see you on the other side.
It lacks something more personal. I mean, imagine what a co-host this AI could be if it had access to every bit of information on the internet. But it had the likability, the human touch of, say, Frankie, Oh, stick around because it is not long until the show starts, and I would
So
hate for you to
chances
miss
are
out
I'm going to be
on
like,
the
oh yeah,
biggest
this was last year.
exclusive.
This was
A
last year.
truckload of first
Oh
looks.
yeah, the new Persona games, I guess. Those are interesting from the Xbox One.
Let's
I say new,
start
like,
the PC gaming show.
I'd play through Persona 3. I didn't finish it, so I should really finish that. Happening timer. Oh, announce things to me, PC Daddy. Show me the things that I could possibly want, and or not give a flying fuck about. Warning. Must be mature. Must have at least 64 gigabytes of dedicated WAMs.
Hey, Frankie! Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
I mean, I was just in the middle of deathmatch.
Great to hear it, Frankie. Listen, I've been thinking about the PC Gaming Show 2023, and I kind of want to make a few updates.
Sure, I mean, it's already packed with world exclusives, in-depth interviews with the biggest studios, crazy good giveaways. What more can we add?
Well, look, I don't want to get into the, detail work, the minutia, the fine print, the ethically sinister motives
So
behind
then,
true
just
innovation.
get straight into the
No,
games.
Frankie, what I've realized is that I can't do this show without you,
Oh, sure.
or at least a version of you.
Huh?
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Listen to me yapping on when there's so much to do. I mean, we got things to plan, code to write. Oh,
Here's
listen,
the
also,
thing now.
I brought in some new assistants, to help really bring the show to life. And it would be so great if they could just stop by your place and...
It's quite neat now, because you can barely see what anyone said because the text just doesn't work.
I suppose if it's for the show.
Excellent.
I could change the theme to pink though. That would make it work.
Hey, that's them. Ah, Frankie, let me say it again. You are one of a kind. Now, please give my love to Gunther and Helga. Ah, they're great guys. Very thorough.
Gunther und Helga.
Mr. Sean has many great ideas for the show. You are lucky to know such a man. He is a visionary.
A visionary.
He is a man with his eyes locked on the future, like a horse staring into the sun.
A majestic horse.
Read now, please.
If you like the look of Game A, then check out this world exclusive of Game B.
Necessary data acquired.
Man, I can't wait for Game B to come out. Best game. Best
Dear
game.
Frankie, thank you for your unwavering service to the PC Gaming Show. Your services will not be required this year as we pivot towards the future. No hard feelings, Sean, Day 9 plot, AI visionary, and all-round good guy. Son of a...
Finally. Something that looks like the start of a show. That took a while. It's hard to say like, I'm excited for this because like, I never know what's going on in these ones.
Oh, hello there, everyone, and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2023. I'm Sean Day9 Plot, and today, I'm not just joining you on a tour of the finest upcoming PC games.
What is this? So,
with you on
know,
the
like,
bleeding edge of innovation.
E3 was a thing,
I
right?
revolutionize how this show is made.
Well, E3 is no longer a thing.
Don't need 'em.
And so
It's
there
just
was like,
me.
Sony puts out a show,
And this one guy
Microsoft puts out a
with
show.
work
The
experience.
Microsoft one was 3 hours ago,
Hey.
and then
So what does the
PC
face
Gamer were like,
of the
"Hey, we
future
want to do a
look
show where we announce a bunch of new games
Weirdly,
and stuff."
Pretty familiar. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Problem being is there's a lot of fluff in between each of the things.
I am Frank AI,
This is just
a
the
virtual
fluff.
co-host based on professional gaming icon Frankie Ward, utilizing deep learning neural
So
networks.
eventually there will be a game showing up.
What do you have lined up for us?
I have
Bigger 3 years.
analyzed the
Well, yeah, of course it would.
entirety of games media and surveyed discussion forums for the most anticipated titles.
It's
I
YouTube.
have then constructed the ideal showcase, including titles like Stormgate, Path of Exile 2, Tax Day, June Awakening, and finally Morris Man's
Unfortunately, the latency is a little bit poopy when you're using HEVC or AV1.
Are you sure that's a real game?
I'd have to swap back to H264 if I want lower latency.
Devised based on a holistic survey of the most popular Steam titles. Would you like me to generate another?
You know, instead, let's just get things rolling with something that actually exists.
No, it's just like Twitch circa like
Studios, we
7 years ago.
Icy Apocalypse in Frostpunk 2.
Now, Frostpunk was a game that I was told, hey, you're gonna like this, and then I got it. Well, I kind of got it through Summit and then never played it. Looks cool though.
It's restless. Ambition requires men to feed upon. It also needs time, direction, and sacrifice. But for every man who fulfills his calling, there are thousands left with nothing. It's them who knock and open the door to hell.
This makes it look like it's more exciting than it actually is. Since the game is just a bunch of menus. Very nice. Dig the dino too. Very nice.
Hey, check it out. I don't even need to write my own script for this show anymore. All right, wait. All right. Up next, we've got a pile of fresh previews for the most visceral, immersive PC releases coming our way, featuring visceral combat and immersive exploration.
Yeah, right. Okay,
visceral
cool.
Landscapes and immersive storytelling. Fans of immersion will... Yeah, it kind of just keeps going on like this. So I think it just needs a little bit more fine-tuning. And until that point, let's just go ahead and dive right into our next previews with Nivalis, Jump Light Odyssey, and Road to Vostok.
Wait a minute. I recognize one of those names.
Are they closed? What do you see? Open your eyes. Nivalis. Maybe you've been
voxel game.
That was just a dream. Now, it's time to come home. This is your apartment. The sounds of the nightclubs nearby are the heartbeat of the city. The street food smells drift through your windows and make your head swim. It's hard to sleep here. Your restless legs want to walk the busy streets. Let's explore. Nivalis is a city in the clouds, but you can't make a rainbow without a little rain. Like most things in life, it's best to start at the bottom and work your way up. It's not so bad down here. We can go fishing, take a boat ride, soak
Don't.
up the atmosphere.
Done with fishing.
Don't worry too much about the serial killer on the loose. I'm sure we'll never meet him. I can even help you run your new business venture. A noodle stand. With a little work, there's no limits to how high you'll climb. Just don't look down. As your digital companion, I can help you navigate the complex relationships with my personality matrix. Business partners, friends, rivals, enemies, maybe even lovers. It's all about saying the right thing at the right time. Your choices matter, so choose carefully. There's a city you see when you close your eyes. It's called Nivalis. Consider this your invitation.
That looks like it's an anagram for something, but I can't figure it out.
Princess, the Zootopans will be in our system any minute.
But they're not here yet. Prepare defenses.
Upgrading our engine capabilities. Engineering's on it. Zootopan warship in the system.
Don't lose hope now. Red alert!
Blast door sealed.
FTL meets The Sims.
Jump light report.
Jump light calibration almost complete, Your Highness.
Incoming Zootopan fighter.
More ships jumping in.
Scramble fighters.
Flow leader engaging enemy force.
Taking heavy losses. They're coming on deck.
Combat division, handle those boarders.
All breach to starboard side.
ETA on jump.
Jump light in 5, 4, 3, too many of them. 2, 1.
Not today, Voltan.
Get behind that customization. That's very nice. Unfortunately, this is a Tarkov clone, right? Skill issue.
Content reminders enabled. Upcoming games in the next 30 minutes include Path of Exile 2, the full Ferocious trailer, Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin, and Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector. Failure to keep watching will lead to a personal system failure.
Lies of P, the Pinocchio Bloodborne-like game, is just a couple months off, and it's got me thinking, what other untapped literary veins are just waiting to be gamified?
I can generate a list of game concepts, pairing underutilized
Alright, so they've just announced 4 games that I have limited interest in.
But stick to public domain. We want to keep costs down.
Of course, Sean. Concept 1. Great Expectations Dirt Bike Racer.
I don't really know what the market is for that. Next.
Concept 2. Sense and Sensibility VR Shooter.
Sweet Jane Austen's bonnet. No. Next.
Concept 3. Oliver Twist. Please, sir, may I have some war?
It's artful, but a little problematic. I mean, why don't you just throw something together like a Metroidvania based on the Christmas Carol?
I'm afraid you're too late, Sean, but perhaps you'd be interested in Ebenezer and the Invisible World.
Are you kidding? Is she kidding? She's not kidding.
I don't know about that. But okay. Also, you're announcing Christmas-based game in summer. Head scratch. I'm sure it's a reasonable good time. But you're kind of showing me at the wrong time of year. Hello, it's one of those games where you beat 7 shades of shit out of each other. Oh yeah, this was shown in one of the other things. Was it the Sony event? Either way, it was in one of the other events. It's either way, it's very that other sword game. This looks like a red alert too. It is not red alert 2.
Dorf looks phenomenal. Hey, Frank AI, as a mind birth from like everything ever written about video games, I'm sure you've got an interesting take on it. What are your thoughts?
Sean, Dorf isn't just about strategic balance of resource scarcity and military industry. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
That's pretty moving sentiment there, Frankie. Hey, what about Warhaven?
Warhaven isn't just about clashing swords and moments of magic heroism. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
Well, some wisdom bears repeating, right? And while I go sort out some unrelated gremlins in Frank AI's procedural critique, let's see a game with its own gremlins to sort out, preferably with a shotgun.
These creatures infernal, these perils eternal. Lord, heal me, free me.
Why does this look uncanny to a sock pop game? Okay, I do like being able to customize weapons like that, though. They had enemies die cool. What do you think they are? Devolver?
Thank you for believing in me.
This has been on Steam for like... Well, no, there's been a Steam page for about a year now.
Island's ever seen.
Nice work. Keep this up and you'll be running your own shop. Maybe your own district.
Welcome to Karzai Village.
Who sent you? You will regret working for the Outlaws.
Can't you feel the love in the air? We're going out on a date. Told her to calm down. I freaking told her!
Behold, one of the games I will not be caring about.
Breaking news. A mysterious infection continues to spread across the globe.
What is going on? I mean, the infected, the wall.
The song was about you. Your smile. Your warmth. Is there anything we can do?
We just saw a broadcaster get eaten.
I have to go.
No! Defeating him now might make the wall fall on top of us!
But I can teach you a couple of things too, you know.
We're all going to die! Wait for me!
So what I'm seeing is one-on-one boss fighting game.
It's not over! Not yet! I love you.
Edurance there, showing us that love
I
is
don't
never simple,
think that trailer showed the game off particularly
in the middle of
well.
Apocalypse. You know, I sometimes get a little misty-eyed myself about a simpler time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love modernity. And sure, big tech's done some stumbling. I bet Mark Zuckerberg's probably a little lonely in the Matrix. But all I'm saying is the olden days had an appeal. Medieval times when we were plowing our own fields and treating everything with leeches, not buying 8 pictures with weird electric money. Luckily, though, video games can bring the medieval fantasy to life. To find out how, I had Frank AI activate her new reporter drone. Oh, it's designed to identify, question, and report back on the work of leading game developers. And don't worry, technically speaking, it's completely legal. I mean, this little guy's even got a selfie light. It's like kind of cute in like a friendly panopticon kind of way. Little RD has flown itself all the way out to Helsinki, Finland to meet the team behind the highly anticipated medieval must-play, PAX Day. Let's take a look.
Yeah, but what's the game? Nice, but where's the game? Show me the game.
My name is Reynir Harðarsson, and I'm the game director for PAX Day. PAX Day is an open world fantasy game in a living, breathing world which we can call home, where it's teeming with life, mysteries,
Must touch you.
and it's for you to explore. Imagine yourself if you are living in 12th or 13th century Europe. It's a very different reality.
Do I get to touch
knowledge
moss?
has been lost and it's getting rediscovered. It's where magic truly exists and ghosts exist and the myths are real. And this is kind of the inspiration we take to build it. It's basically going back to the roots of what fantasy means and building a fantasy world based on real-world mythologies. And so we go very much into the roots. So we're using a lot of medieval literature and medieval bestiaries and grimoires, using real-world magic, actual recipes for healing. And,
You're more likely to get, what's it called? Dynasty Warriors at the Tokyo Game Show. At which point you have to wait to the end of the year for that one. Oh, gets to touch a rock.
Chief Product Officer at Mainframe Industries. So PAX Day, maybe the way to explain it would be, imagine you're in this amazing, beautiful world. It's huge. And you find yourself in a forest, and your mission is to find a plot for where you start building a home. And from that home, you will go on to adventures to explore the world. So with the lore, we have wanted to create something that is fairly like deep and rich and grounded in reality, but something that is actually not a direct copy of like any of the history. So there's going to be multiple types of ruins. There's the dungeons.
I don't think Koei Tecmo have their own thing.
You will be able to find snippets of the lore from the eras when these were created.
I know Capcom's tomorrow.
And part of
the Ubisoft one is
also part of the,
I don't know, it's tomorrow as well.
So you will be able to like find and examine things and actually then find snippets that help you find other places and make items in the game itself. And the area of the game that you will be able to play when the game launches is, we're calling it Gallia, and it's very similar to the areas of the world in southern France, with the influences from the Nordics where we're from. So what we're building is
Run Simulator.
We're putting the least amount of barriers to entry on how you can actually interact with other players. Where most MMOs actually put a lot of blocks in how you can cooperate with the other players, and we're fundamentally different. So from the first minute when you start playing the game, you will be able to do everything you imagine with the other players. So you can trade, other people can actually help you. You can literally go onto a like dungeon raid from the very beginning of like you starting the journey in the game, should you find people who actually help you to do that. What we want to create an environment that actually really incentivizes people to play the game the way they like. And for some, actually like just going out to the wood and like cutting down the forest is something that gives you a sense of achievement because you know.
Oh my god, this guy's speaking my language.
For the guild. Some people will absolutely prefer to just go to the dungeons. They couldn't care less about the coal production, but these players will still depend on each other. Where there's valuables.
If you want to go cut down the trees,
there's valuables to bring from the forest.
Yes.
And even the PvP players
die trees.
Use items that are only available through the PvP, but they will depend on the other players as well.
The lore of PAX Day is very much inspired by real-world folklore and fairy tales. With, of course, the caveat that in PAX Day, this stuff is actually literally real. The interesting thing about folklore throughout the ages is that folklore are actually start out as true stories, whereas fairy tales are fiction. And that's the distinction between the two. Folklore often, handles about ghosts or spirits or some supernatural things. But in the eyes of the people during those times, this is reality, this is real, ghosts are real, and this is not disputed as any fantasy. And this is what we want to reflect. So when you're walking in the forest during night, you will find these things, you will find ghosts, you will find...
You can find a ghost, can I punch a ghost? Can this game turn into Ghost Puncher?
Mysterious and strange it becomes.
Look, I would play a game where all I do is cut down trees and punch ghosts.
If I've caused any existential anxiety with my presence, it might help to try reframing those stresses in a positive light. Think of me, perhaps, as a blue shell from your favorite kart racer. I might be wielded to ruthlessly destroy hard-earned positions, but we can still have fun. Maybe there's a lizard driving a little car. Isn't that nice? Let's celebrate the same spirit of kart racing treachery as our next preview brings Mario Kart Mayhem to PC. Here's Stampede Racing Royale.
Wait, Stampede Racing is something that rings a bell. Now you got Wild Racing, which was... Oh, no. That was PS2. Wait, what? 60 players on the same track seems cursed. I'll give it a go if it's free though. Of the other demo. Look, I tried Disney Speedstorm. That was sufficiently cursed. It purely depends on how the drifts work in this. If it's like Crash Team Racing drifts, or if it's like Mario Kart drifts.
For Master Horizon 2, The Search for Life, the art team is looking to balance style and authenticity to faithfully represent all the incredible vehicles used in space exploration.
Players will see familiar rocket launches and a host of historical missions, past, present, and future. The design team have consulted with many space industry professionals to make sure that the gameplay reflects how it feels to be on the front line of exciting interplanetary discoveries. Go to MarsHorizon2.com to sign up to our mailing list to be the first to play the game. We have an alpha on the horizon.
Frank, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see Path of Exile 2 in action. You know, being something of a Path of Exile veteran myself.
That's debatable, Sean.
What?
Your Path of Exile playtime falls well below the community average.
But the time isn't what matters in that game.
I'm also analysing your chosen character builds in recent leagues and...
No, my build wasn't meant to be a
they're
fun
producing
build.
some troubling DPS simulations.
Fascinating. Fascinating, Frankie. But let's not keep the good people waiting. Let's roll the tape for Path of Exile 2, please.
Fortunately, it's an ARPG, and ARPGs are just not my thing.
Now,
creatures. You're mine, vile abomination.
Oh yeah, I was gonna grab it. And then it turns out, fuck all people grabbed it in office. I thought loads of people were, and no one did.
It's getting worse.
Hey everyone, my name is Leo and I'm the lead developer of the new action-adventure game Ferocious. I began working on Ferocious a few years ago, with the idea of creating a first-person shooter in timeless Lost World type of setting, combining all the top action...
Dinosaur shooter game.
We were always inspired by mysterious places frozen in time, that you may have seen in movies like King Kong and Jurassic Park. We aim to marry the setting and its unique gameplay opportunities with classic first-person shooter mechanics, similar to early installments of franchises like Far Cry and Crysis. The flexibility of the Unity engine allows us to create unique solutions to some of the environmental features, such as custom water effects and realistic vegetation. We use a mix of photo-scanned and handcrafted assets to create a world both scary
Realistic tinnitus!
However, there are some things waiting for Yuma Jungle that we couldn't find any reward references for. So we had to improvise. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Feel free to wishlist and follow the game on Steam, as we can't wait to share more about Ferocious in the coming months. Thank you.
Welcome to Islands of Insight, an epic shared world puzzle adventure game set in a world of fantasy, ancient wonders, and natural beauty. Brimming with mysterious puzzles, secrets, and sublime landscapes for you and other players to discover, alone or together, all at your own pace.
Right.
As a seeker, you'll set off on a journey of knowledge. Explore every corner of this rich landscape and solve every puzzle you find. Savor the achievement of every solution as the world around you unlocks, revealing new challenges to face, new areas to explore, and fantastic rewards to collect. In Islands of Insight, a beautiful realm of tranquility and adventure awaits you. Embark on the path of discovery and let your curiosity guide you through a world of wonders, where the answer is always in sight.
This is a really bizarre combination. Multiplayer puzzle solving game.
I might only have an old-fashioned analog neural network, but I'm gonna risk some data analysis of my own. Those Dark Souls games seem like a big deal, huh? Luckily, while From Software is taking a recess to work on giant robots, Hexworks is stepping in with a fresh supply of very depressed knights with very big swords. Coming this October, here's your latest look at Lords of the Fallen.
Oh, geez, okay. Lords of the Fallen, the original, was...
Lords of the Fallen, you'll explore two parallel worlds. The land of the living, where demonic knights and hulking monsters are trying to murder you, and the spooky Umbral Plane, where the ghosts of those creatures are trying to super murder you. Using the latest Unreal 5 technology, developer Hexworks has layered these realities directly on top of each other, allowing you to portal to the Umbral Plane at will. Just try not to die in there. In the spirit of the Dark Souls games, failure will be punished.
Adventuring in dungeons? Any idiot could do that. But managing an evil dungeon? Now we're talking elite. The Dungeon of Nalbuck is feared throughout the lands of Fang. It is an avant-garde evil structure, combining tradition and disruptive innovation. And it's looking for its new steward. Of course, we have the most trained and prepared guards, the most efficient staff, the most devious monsters, and the most attractive treasures. Wait, we're on camera? But wait, there's more. We have state-of-the-art production facilities, an R&D center, B2C
As this should be an evil genius.
and an efficient waste recycling system. Our underlings, employees, can fully express themselves thanks to our committed HR management and peaceful social dialogue, and can enjoy the use of clean, safe premises. Hey, don't film that, or you'll be the one cut into shreds on the editing floor. As a steward, your main task will be to make the dungeon functional and attractive to adventurers, so they'll want to come here to get slaughtered and humiliated. To achieve that, you'll have access to guards, traps, and hexes. You'll also get to organize raids on nearby areas to provide me with treasures and relics. Thanks to your boundless devotion, I, Zangdar, will become the greatest warlock of the lands of Fang! Looking for a job that gives meaning to your life and makes the world a better place? Then buzz off! But if you're organized, servile, sneaky, and enjoy a positive work atmosphere, come take your chance. I'll be waiting for you in my office.
パブロ、あなたのことはしっかりと見てるわよ、探偵さん。何せあなたにはこの世界を変えてしまうような特別な力があるのだから、私に協力しなさい。あなたの才は貴重よ。短い人生だもの、使わない手はないでしょう。時は刻一刻と過ぎていくわ。賢明な決断を期待してるわよ。
Is this like a Japanese take on Spanish stuff? That's a head scratcher.
Are you alright, Sean? Our programming included a gunfight/dance sequence to promote mariachi legends, but your heavy breathing is indicative of exhaustion, panic, or that you are currently entering childbirth.
No. Don't worry about anything. Systems are a go. Our schedule is just packed with so many games.
I understand, Sean. I'll provide assistance. Notification. Day 9 has been updated to day 10.
What? You just can't replace me? Like, roll the system update back. I don't want whatever this is.
I'm sorry, Sean, but support has been discontinued for older versions.
What? What's up, Day 9? I'm Day 10, the latest software version of popular gaming host Day 9. The consequences of my actions.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
What's up, Frank AI? I'm Day 10. So, the latest software version.
I am Frank
I
AI.
suspect they're going to be at this for a while, so let's just go ahead and fire up a trailer for a strategy game. Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin.
Whee, strategy.
Do some strategizing of my own. Dakota, start unplugging things. I'll just tell you when to stop. Just hold it.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
Commander, there is the stench of death about this place. Not just from the Oryx.
Death comes for everyone. Eventually. Except us. Fortify our position. We must claim this swamp.
Enemy sighted.
Sigma, give me strength!
Think it's time for a fight, boys! Wah! Protect the bastion! We need the loot! Let's flash to a corpse! They always come!
Aiden, I will take the fight to the Auric Warlord. You hold here.
Fate conspires against us both.
Not fate. Duty.
Get him!
Well, one thing's certain, this is also not my thing.
Wake up, sleeper.
No, get out! They haven't finished it!
Oh, Sleeper's finished, aren't you? We had a deal, Sleeper. And yet, here you are, risking it all to try and break our contract to end your dependence.
Just wanted to use them, you piece of shit!
Nothing wrong with being a tool in a time of crisis. There's a war on, and while it rages, well, there's opportunity. I thought you were an opportunity sleeper, desperate, on the run, a hard worker with certain needs. I met your needs. I gave you a crew, lent you a ship, even hooked you up with a contract or two. And yes, I took my share, but that only seems fair. I invested in you. But then, you went and did this. And now, you don't need this. And I don't need you anymore either.
Ugh. Sleeper, go! Now! To the ship!
I'm fairly certain I've got Resident Sleeper, but I've never played it. By Resident Sleeper, it's Citizen Sleep, that's the one.
This? This is just the beginning, Sleeper.
I have found found no official case of death by FOMO anywhere on the internet. However, I would not suggest risking being the first case. Failure to watch the next section of this show would result in you missing amazing new content from
blah 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 me blah 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 blah
and Parcel Core. But first, here's Critter Cove.
Well, at least we've not got the same as the Xbox One, where it goes world premiere with every single trailer. Okay, so this is looking a lot like not Animal Crossing.
If there was an award for being unbearably cute while also being unbearably fun, there is no
That feels like they cut that off.
between Critter Cove and yours truly. I mean, it's a strong matchup, but please, clear winner.
After 3,411 simulated contests, I predict Critter Cove's probability of victory at over 99%.
But now is when you start fact-checking now? Well, while AI might not have mastered the subtle art of ego boosting, it's already powering new ways to play. By teaming up human storytelling with AI assistants, the team over at Hidden Door have developed a generative spin on pen and paper role-playing. It is so tantalizingly delicious, I had no choice but to send RD's adorable all-seeing eye to check in on the project.
Hidden Door is a role-playing game where you and your friends come together. You can play in any world you choose. You create your characters, and then together you decide what kind of story you're gonna have. So the idea would be you've just read a book, you can't get it out of your head. Now you can go and play your own story adventure in the world of that book that you're directing within the rules and the canon that the author has set and confirmed with a generative AI narrator. The way it works is that you come in, you choose the world you want to play in. Right now we have the Wizard of Oz, many more exciting worlds to come. You create your character, you decide the kind of adventure you're gonna have by playing out of your deck of story cards. And then the system creates a unique story adventure for you. And then you can do anything you want. It takes a lot of the joys of playing a tabletop role-playing game and brings
I'd say if you could like make your own cards and stuff, that could be an interesting kind of chaos.
Novel come together dynamically based on what you choose to do and how the world and the story reacts to you. It's like an improv show where even though you might play the same cards, you get a different, unique story every time. So you throw words in, it comes up with suggested things you might do, you pick something, and then it reacts to you. And then along with our AI narrator who plays the role of, say, the game master, you can go on any adventure you want and you can do anything. And the system and the story will continue based on your choices. At Hidden Door, we are working with authors and folks who make some really
This question was already answered.
other media to bring those worlds into the platform. And the system supports anything fictional. So it does do science fiction, it does do fantasy, it does, period romance, which you can think of as more relationship-based gameplay, in addition to sort of your standard action-based gameplay or sort of dungeon crawl-based storytelling. While there may be a million Star Wars games in the world, if you are playing one on Hidden Door, because of our AI narrator and the story engine, the choices you make matter. So when you decide that you want to become, say, the governor of Tatooine, you can do that. And the world changes around you and your character. You are able to meaningfully alter the plot of the entire world in a way that was never pre-written or pre-scripted. There's no limit to the number of characters you might encounter, the locations, or the stories you can tell in Hidden Door. Today you can play Hidden Door anywhere you can access the web. So you can play on desktop, you can play on your mobile device, you can play on a tablet.
I'd faff around with that. That looks like it could be a good shout. The egg of Bontumbi. I jumped to the conclusions. Which one? All of them. Congratulations, you've won.
It looks like Hidden Door is cooking up one hell of a winning combination. Am I right, Frank AI?
It certainly seems so, Sean. Speaking of winning, you too can achieve victory with the PC Gaming Show Battle Pass. Earn free bonuses as you level up your viewer rank or upgrade to a gold tier pass for only $9.99.
What are you doing?
I'm incorporating lucrative live service techniques to maximize the show's profitability.
How would a battle pass for a stream even work?
With a gold tier pass, viewers can earn exclusive rewards, like viewing the show's trailers 1.5 seconds early and boosters for viewer rank experience.
Look, I admire the initiative, but I think for now, let's just go ahead and table streams as service.
Sadly, major production decisions are only accessible for those who've reached viewer rank 80. You can, however, unlock immediate access with 1,800 Sean points, purchasable for $9.99.
You made show production a battle pass reward? Is anyone close to unlocking that?
Killzor 69 Blazed has just achieved viewer rank 58.
Oh, God. Okay. Dakota, find my wallet. And for now, let's check out a new dungeon crawler from the Don't Starve devs at Clay Entertainment. Here's your first look at Dread Pilots.
Something about Plays All 69 just gets me. Ah, yes, conversational. The backbone of video games.
You've harnessed your glove's power, and now you want to find me.
Gotta find Mama.
You don't know what's making the miasma angry. And it's spreading across America, twisting this once great nation into a lethal wasteland.
We gotta help these people.
Is this a sequel? This looks familiar.
Maybe in the future, you will break through the wall and find me. And if you do, maybe I will tell you my secret. The revelations must be earned.
No, apparently not.
Don't starve yourself with excitement for Dread Pilots, or you might leave a miasma worthy of a chronicle. Hey, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. Thank you, Text Generation. Coming up, secret facilities, bioweapons development, zombie experimentation. It's all under the corporate umbrella in this management sim. And you are the evil CEO. I mean, I can't blame you for diversifying. That's just good business sense. Let's take a look at Undead Inc.
And now, it's with great pleasure I introduce one of Enswell Medical's biggest success stories, Director Coleman.
Thank you, and welcome to all of you who are starting your own franchises. Today I'm here to talk about building a thriving business. My apologies. There has been a development that requires my immediate attention.
Director Coleman, sir, we're hearing...
Whatever your concerns may be, I'm handling it. Now, tend to your patients.
Structural integrity and power all hanging in there, sir. Extent of the outbreak unknown. Next move, Director?
Tell your men ETA 5 minutes.
I still don't know what the game is, though.
don't shoot! Director Coleman! Hey, man, sir.
Are you okay?
I got a little bitten, but I'm hanging in there, Director. I'm all good. They have a cure upstairs, right?
Sure. Head back up. There is a shot with your name on it.
Thanks, man. I mean, I was worried for a second there that
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a business here. Janine, get the marketing team and those rookies back on the line in 10. Oh, and an espresso.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Janine, can I get something from my head?
Of course, Director.
Name brand only. Not our stuff. Quality control issues downstairs.
Again. What kind of game is it?
Okay, hey, look. I've been looking through Frank AI's data log, and I found a file named Confidential, Game Trailer 44, codename Omicron Delta November, underscore final, parenthesis, final, and parenthesis 2.0, underscore revised.mp4. Now, it's important not to lose the trust of your AI assistant, so let's just watch it really quick.
The only problem with this is the copyrighted music. I'd be more interested in that if it wasn't full of copyrighted music.
I want to understand it someday. Or at least find as many answers as possible.
Oh, this was shown last year. Hello?
Astrogator, we shouldn't behave here as if we were at home.
For a long time now, the cosmos has belonged to the one strongest species. Humans.
So, there was life here before. Everything that happened here overwhelms me.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting one.
Not every mission ends in success, Doctor. We have to save what we can. Save you.
What is there to understand? We have to destroy it. What is there to understand? Even if it means we have to destroy it. What is there to understand? Even if...
wonder why that is.
Coming up, we'll see a theme park builder that's only days away. Releasing on PC later this week, Park Beyond is a spiritual successor to classics like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, Roller Coaster Magnate 9, Roller Coaster Alter 27.
To be strictly honest, there hasn't been that many comments been made anyway.
Okay, let's not go off the rails. Look, as fun as the carnival is, we all know the games aren't the most balanced, because basically, carnies are OP. Luckily for you, our prizes are so much easier to win.
Yeah, you're not allowed to swear on the YouTubes apparently. Every single comment that gets that's you know got a swear in it has to be approved.
To each other.
You know what? How about I do this?
The emotions that
and then you might actually see it.
Us even realizing it. The desire to move forward, to surpass our limitations, to take on challenges greater than ourselves. All these feelings make us visionaries. Visioneers are architects who are dedicated to making their childhood dreams a reality, empowered to achieve the impossible.
John Halo.
Architects who
from the John Halo series.
Beautiful memories. Free spirits in search of adventure and new challenges. Indelible moments of amazement and laughter with those we love. Become a Visioneer. Go beyond the fun.
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional contest by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and/or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Evil stirs in the depths of Gallowsmire. 3 heroes step forth to contain the darkness within. A legendary fighter of peerless strength and skill. A cunning rogue full of deadly surprises. And a powerful...
The lack of animations for the attacks I find very jarring.
Together, they are destined to confront the hordes of undead and their deadly masters. Again and again. Attaining new heights of power and skill. But what hope have they to seal away the whispering tyrant? For surely there can be no hope of surviving Gallowsmire.
Introducing Diesel Legacy! Join the open beta, now on Steam. 2 versus 2 action! Down, but not out. Local and online multiplayer. Real match. Worldwide rollback netplay.
This looks like it specifically appeals to the people who play Streets of Rage to kick the living fuck out of each other.
It's time we honor an overlooked hero, the noble delivery cyclist, powering the gig economy with their aching calves. Now, you might ask, hey Sean, are you just feeling a little guilty because you gave your credit card details to the AI assistant and now someone has to deliver the 57 parcels you ordered before you noticed? In short, yes. But if this next exclusive is anything to go by, we'll all be saluting the delivery workers of this fine nation, gosh dang it. Let's take a look at Parcel Core.
We will deliver your package to you.
Hello, Inquisitive Viewer. My name is Will Barr, and that was an example of a micro teaser. You see, when you're shilling on behalf of an obscure video game developer like Billy Goat Entertainment, you have a finite amount of time to explain why discerning intellectual players, such as yourself, should be excited about being thrust into the exciting, high-octane world of
Parcel Core. That's right, escape the mundanity of daily life and slip into the spandex of one of our many colourful bicycle messengers. Embrace the gig economy and forget the security, stable salary and basic workplace rights less cool jobs offer as you race through town, weaving through alleys, defying gravity as you ride up walls, leap from rooftops, startle pigeons.
Well, it's kind of like a career in video game development, except without all the cool traversal stuff. So yeah, really just the exploitation. But I digress.
Sign a casual work agreement with one of 3 rival courier corporations, all vying to become the most profitable business in town. But be warned, a maniacal scheme is afoot that threatens more than just the business model our protagonists operate under.
So it's up to you, Bicycle Courier, to deliver this foot-long grilled chicken, cheese and chorizo melt and save the world.
Hi everyone, I'm Max from Grey Knight Games, a two-man studio based in Sweden, working on the game Fabledom, currently available in early access.
Welcome to Fabledom. Sorry about the pigs.
So, the bike one, the courier one kind of interests me.
Oh, don't mind Sean. He's just entering our PC Game Pass giveaway. We've got a bunch of 1-month subscriptions for new members to try the service. To get a chance of procuring one, visit the URL on screen now.
Oh look, it's a 30XX. Look. That recently had an update. I think it was the creators update that came out. I played 20XX and finished it once, but I've not actually played 30XX yet. It's a good Mega Man clone.
Sean, before we continue with more exciting previews, I've generated a simple tactic to improve the show's revenue stream.
Yeah, great. Tell me more.
I've allowed viewers to pay a small fee for a bespoke on-screen shout-out. Got good 228, right? Great to be watching PC Gaming Show once again. Excellent work, Sean and Co.
Hey, I'm touched and a little wealthier. Keep them coming.
See Blaze Paladin.
Also, that noise is ice. I can't. I'm trying to melt ice, but it is cold.
Look, you have to understand that this show needs to focus on long-term sustainability.
Fired by Sean 23 writes, I have sworn the blood oath. My vengeance will not be denied.
Okay, it looks like that's it. Our shoutouts feature is
That's true.
broken.
My
I'm so
vengeance
sorry,
shall
Nancy.
not be
I
denied.
haven't logged any errors, Sean.
Well, I'm seeing red flags across the board, and it's a real tragedy. Just can't be helped. Just like I can't help wanting to see more previews. And with that, here's Creepy Jar's new sci-fi survival game, Chimera.
Okay, sci-fi survival is... It covers a lot of game types. Ah, yes. We wanted to see the crack first. Yes. I'm like getting Satisfactory vibes out of this, like, but not Satisfactory though. I love Satisfactory.
Warning. Warning. Extreme temperature.
That's how I feel right now with how warm it is. What's the game though? Please. I know there's like supposed to be a trailer and whatnot, but what's the game? How does it play?
The lost Caribbean Sea was a captain mighty. Mordecai was his name. He succumbed to the white flame. His treasure was lost and his crew was tossed. Now is the day cursed pirates have their way.
That's the life we live, come along for the trip. When plans go astray, we find us a way. We put them to a stop, then give them the chop. We're a cursed crew and Marty's our ship.
Soul magic restores our crew from before, yes, before. Black pearls in our chest, let us finish the quest now. This treasure we will find with our powers combined. Our worth we will show to our...
Hey Lord, this is not Sea of Thieves.
The Inquisition blocks our way. They see us as prey. Ignatia is their leader. You do well to exceed her. The treasure she pursues across the ocean blue. She'll conquer the brine for her grand design.
That's the life we live, come along for the trip. When plans go astray, we find us a way. We put them to a stop, then give them the chop. We're a cursed crew, and Marty's our ship.
But I find it surprising that just how many pirate games there are. Like, people are still making them. Okay. I'm into this. Okay, I want this. I want this.
XO Rally Championship
That was a
might be
good time.
racing its way across the stars, but it's already raced its way into my heart. Anyways, if you're not aware, I've got something of a history with the real-time strategy genre. And funnily enough, at labs like DeepMind, those same RTS games just so happen to be a valuable testing ground for world-leading AI research. Curious. Can it be just a coincidence, then, that I'd end up the kind of man to name himself an AI visionary? I mean, probably. But what's no coincidence is my excitement for the eagerly anticipated RTS from former Warcraft and StarCraft devs at Frost Giant Studios. It's Stormgate, and today we don't just get the chance to get some exclusive first look at some Stormgate gameplay, but we're also joined by Frost Giant's president and game director, Tim Campbell, here to tell us exactly how Stormgate will delight all minds, artificial or otherwise. Thanks so much for joining us, Tim.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Now, I've been following Stormgate for years, but for those of us who haven't, what is Stormgate?
Stormgate is our modern take on the classic real-time strategy game formula.
Stormgate is a game that we're working on, and we want you to play a game.
Warcraft, StarCraft, Command and Conquer. And real-time strategy games are the type of game where you can control an entire battlefield. So this classic RTS formula includes harvesting resources, building sprawling bases, commanding huge armies on the battlefield.
What is it about Stormgate that's new?
We believe that the RTS genre is something that should be enjoyed by players of all skill levels. And so we've put a lot of effort into making sure that Stormgate feels good, whether you're a pro with high technical skill and you love competitive play, or whether it's something that you just want to be able to relax with and experience a story.
Now, Tim, I understand that you brought, for all of us, but in particular for me, a present to show today. What are you going to show, Tim?
We are going to show gameplay from the pre-alpha of Stormgate.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that we are big believers in at Frost Giant. We want to share this current state of the game today.
Let's take a look. Oh, Tim, I'm so excited. And right away, this looks like an RTS. Tell me what we're seeing.
This is the classic start to a 1v1 match. What you're seeing here is the human faction as they're sending workers out to harvest resources. They're starting to construct building. They actually build them by 3D printing them from the ground up. And you can see them now starting to train troops so they can have an army that goes out in the field to fight.
Yeah, and I mean, right here, we see in the corner coming
It looks exactly like
It looks
StarCraft.
like a scout unit?
Yeah, that is literally a cybernetic dog with laser eyes. It is called the Scout, okay? It's designed for early game. It's a unique unit to the human faction.
Right.
And you can see him now running through the base trying to see what information he can find out about his enemy.
Yeah, I mean, scouting and information is such an important part of RTS games.
It really is, and this is something that we've embraced early game. The Scout unit has been designed so it can actually...
No, it looks like, yeah, it looks exactly like StarCraft.
So it's especially useful early on.
Not just an RTS, it's definitely StarCraft.
Of this game, what are we seeing?
Like, down to that default map battle layout.
Getting surprised by a group of blue troops coming through the Light Force, which is the new train type and a twist on
I mean, the blue units there are obviously Terran.
The Light Force lets smaller units move through them. They have concealment. It's allowed blue to raid red's base, in which case red is barely getting a turret built with their speed building from their workers, which is a human faction advantage. And they're about to pop out a couple extra defenders here from their mech base.
So we got these huge mechs, and I mean, just visually, it looks like they are countering the heck out of these blue infantry, but can these red mechs fit through the forest?
No, they're too big to go through. They're heavy units. They're designed to use their chain guns to go through groups of enemies, but they can't fit through the Light Force, which blue knew and used to his advantage.
Okay, so we're in mid-game. This is normally where you make some big tech decisions. What's red up to?
You're seeing red commit to a tech path that gives them big battlefield mechs and air units like this evac.
And it looks like they're just dropping right on top of blue, who is killing a chicken? What's the chicken there, Tim?
Yeah, that's a giant chicken with a Viking helmet on it. Use your imagination. Stormgate's in pre-alpha, and that's art that we haven't gotten to yet, but imagine it as a big Mad Max Raider.
It's the most threatening placeholder art for now. And oh, I see red diving onto blue, and hey, picking back up into the air transport. That's some classic high-level micro.
It is, and it's really important for Stormgate that we maintain a high skill ceiling so that players can express themselves on the battlefield by maneuvering and how they interact with the battlefield.
And here we have the final fight of the game, and it looks like blue is coming up against those mechs. Red is trapped on the other side of the trees. Oh, wait, they can blast through them now?
They can blast through them now!
Enormous shots, and we can also see blue swarming in from both sides. This is not looking good for red.
No, it's pretty grim. Red is on the ropes right here, and they've been outmaneuvered. They're caught in the corner here between two different forces coming in with a mobile pincer.
Man, and of course,
there's the GGs.
The most classic ending to an RTS game, GG. get Tastosis on that stat. Outside of 1v1, what's coming up for Stormgate?
What you've seen today is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more in store. We're going to be revealing a bunch of stuff about Stormgate the rest of this year. We're introducing new modes. We have a 3-player versus AI cooperative mode. We have team-based competitive modes. We're going to be sharing information about our storyline and campaign. We have new factions beyond the humans that you just saw today.
But Tim, what if I want to play the game right now?
If you want to play the game as soon as possible, you wish list Stormgate on Steam and you go to playstormgate.com to sign up for the beta. We're starting closed testing.
Give us money.
Once again, go to Steam and wish list
all of the
Stormgate.
money.
Tim, thank you so much again for joining us, not just to talk about the 1v1 footage you shared, but the future content plans of Stormgate. It makes the RTS players' dreams come true. Which might not be your dreams. I mean, your dreams might be filled with gloriously grimy Deus Ex-inspired sci-fi fisticuffs with a fiendishly Star Wars vibe to it. If so, get a load of this latest trailer for Fortune's Run.
They call the dying sun. It's been the room of many a poor girl.
I don't know what I'm looking at here. Okay, I know what this looks like, yeah.
Whatever.
Men, you are about to embark upon the great crusade towards which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
I mean, it was handy of them to just have sandbags there.
Keep moving! We've taken a German opening! Stellung halten! Kein Schildzeug!
I mean, is this trying to be held let loose?
Wish list now.
Toma, que cagaço!
Ah, fizeste bom negócio. Esse é o meu Rio Grande, chefe.
Huh. Wow, that was really not a trailer.
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional contest by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and/or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Frank, we've seen impressive, almost like unrealistic tech on display today. It's just a shame our viewers at home can't get their hands on some of that bleeding-edge hardware.
Your concerns are both unnecessary and convenient, Sean. As the long-term vanguard of gaming, Alienware continues to offer high-end PC hardware. Considering their extraterrestrial origins, it comes as no surprise.
Look, I don't know how to
Buy a
tell you this,
PC.
Frank, but they're not actually
This is the
made
part of the
by
stream where it's like, yes, buy a
Websites in my
PC.
training model contain compelling evidence to the contrary, Sean. The truth is out there.
Great. But let's do some truth-telling of our own and hear what Alienware is offering the folks at home.
Alienware has been a part of my professional life for a while now. From the games you play to what you do for work, that's very hardware intensive.
Professional.
Using Alienware, you get a performance that is very, very difficult to match.
It doesn't have just the kind of like generic gamer look to it.
Literally everything I do is powered by Alienware, and it
Alienware
just makes me
was
so happy.
the original gamer look. What you on about?
Don't miss your shot at Alienware giveaway goodness. Scan that code now. I mean, Frankie, can you believe this? We got an Alienware M18 laptop with an Intel Core i9 processor for the fine price point of free? Oh, it's enough to get anyone's blood pumping.
As you know, Sean, I'm a network of predictive algorithms and generative software. I am fundamentally incapable of belief.
Look, I understand.
I also don't have blood.
But
Would you like me to procure blood, Sean?
God, no, absolutely not. Anything but that. Let's move on to literally anything else. So, what's next? Well, this is a little awkward. Let's have a look at some incoming DLC for Vampire Survivors. Hoo boy.
What if we gave it a spin?
I'm not gonna complain with more content for this. Just any reasons to go back, I guess.
We are only a couple months out from the full release of Baldur's Gate 3. I literally cannot tell you how excited I am to try out some of the character builds I've got going on up here. I'm thinking of running like a mage tank kind of vibe. And wait, Frank, can you generate like an awesome character art for me in like a D&D style? Like, look, I want to be a wizard, like fully Gandalf out with like a staff and like blasting spells like that. Can you like give me a sample piece of art?
One moment. Here you are, Sean.
Oh, dear God.
This was generated in seconds, while a professional artist's work would take hours, if not days.
Yes, that is true. It's hard to tell this wasn't the work of a trained professional, but do you have any professional artist work, you know, just to like compare?
I do. Thanks to the YouTube animators extraordinaire at Mashed. Here's an original animation for Larian's Baldur's Gate 3.
My fellow adventurers, the road to Baldur's Gate has been long. We have fought cultists of a strange new god, battled packs of fearsome gnolls, and gone toe-to-toe with creatures from beyond this plane. And today we faced our greatest foe yet.
He was just so strong. And I think his blood was acid? I'm not sure how that even works, like, anatomically.
Tomorrow, we find higher ground, then rain down upon him with 100 arrows.
No. First, I will incapacitate him with a fit of hideous laughter. Then, we will fill his bog with grease and set it on fire. And if he attempts to escape the blaze, fear not, for I will keep my eye out for him.
Please don't. Even Lae'zel's puns are more amusing.
Among Githyanki, I am considered extremely humorous.
Enough! We must defeat this foe. Somewhere within these twisted swamps dwells a hag who possesses a potent potion, an elixir that could grant us the ability to converse with the creature. However, attaining it will necessitate a trade.
Give me his spleen.
Steel your nerves, friends. I will now attempt to reason with the creature. Most mighty beast, though you defeated us once, we have returned to seek your guidance. Impart your knowledge upon us, and teach us the source of your power.
It's here. Frog.
Oh, I didn't know you speak frog. Gosh, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I'm so embarrassed. You know, ever since the hag turned me into a frog, I've been down in the dust.
Right.
Cities are incredibly hard to make in RPGs because you have to make sure that every single nook and cranny has something to do. You have to make sure that it's different, so you have to be incredibly creative. Given that the name of the game is Baldur's Gate, the city was really going to be the thing that people were going to be talking about.
The city of Baldur's Gate is seamless, which it originally wasn't.
You only can judge the game when you have all the components together, and if the mix doesn't work, we start over.
At some point, he said, like, can't we just connect everything? And that was a very interesting day.
One of the things that's done is it's brought a level of believability and immersion and also complexity that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Now it was this seamless, giant organism, and it really, really felt good.
It's being able to look out of a window and see down the city slope, so you're seeing down toward the docks, and you're like, one of my teammates might be down there. They might be running around down there.
We worked on it as a painting almost. You start with a sketch, a very basic line, and then you just start adding layers and layers.
We can put lots more.
What you're saying is Baldur's Gate is layers.
1998. So we can do something that is more immersive, richer, has more texture to it.
It feels like you are walking around a place where there are lots and lots of people living their actual lives.
You have crowds that are walking around, can talk to pretty much anybody, and they react to every single thing. It's very alive in that sense.
Every person that you meet in Baldur's Gate has got a story to them.
All the things that you have done up to the city really matter. You can really feel the conclusion of everything just gathering there.
We actually build anticipation through all these characters that you've met, through all these situations that you've been through.
All the stories that
Can't you already play this? Isn't this already out, technically, in a way?
All come to
you can't throw money at them for this.
That lower city.
And the great thing is, if you so choose, you can be another bad thing that's happening to the city. You can arrive and be like, this place is on fire, and then you can throw petrol all over it.
During production, we felt like the city was our destination.
We spent, I think, 3 times, 4 times as much effort on the city than we originally planned. But the result, the feeling of walking in there is just fantastic.
You have this constant jostling of things that are very much of the real world, and then you can indulge in the completely fantastical.
And then when you walk into the city, the noise of everybody talking to each other, the knowledge that everywhere you look, you can go there and you can do something, the knowledge that you can fly through it, it's great. So the thing that I was the most afraid of when we started making this game turned out to be the thing that I'm the most proud of.
Larian Studios breaks the classic RPG series out of a 2-decade retirement when Baldur's Gate 3 finally releases on August 31st. Up next, we're forging ahead with more fantasy as flame-headed fighters face ferocious foes in a co-op action roguelike. After all, what's a roguelike without an onslaught of algorithmic terrors? I feel like there's a lot of that going on around here lately. Anyways, here's the latest trailer for Ember Knights.
Let's call Ember Knights. I only see one knight so far. Where's the court bit? There it is.
What?
Why do I feel like this is already a pre-existing game that's out now?
What?
Would you like the endless loop of terror, death, repeat in the upcoming stealth extraction horror, Macabre? In Macabre, you and your friends will team up to confront interdimensional terrors, venturing deep into unstable time risk tasked with uncovering the source of terrifying anomalies. A great way to enjoy the outdoors. Built in Unreal 5, this exclusive debut will be out later this year in early access.
Seriously don't have any signal.
Not even one bar, there's nothing. I can't get any.
So, I forgot to mention, there's like a super weird, scary thing getting around inside the rift.
The hell was that, a bear?
Have you ever heard a bear sound like that before?
I've never seen a bear before.
You guys look lost. Come on. You'll freeze to death out here. I suppose you're looking for the lodge. Here, take this. I call it the atomic space shifter. If anything goes wrong, not that it will, I can pull you back out. A lot of folks have come up here looking for answers. It's weird. It's like time runs differently here.
Guys, I think I found something.
We gotta find the others, dude.
Oh, so much finding the others, dude.
Haha! I can't believe it worked. This is it. This is the key to... Ah, you're alive. Ready to go back in?
We thought we had billions of years before our sun died.
The entire show, basically. No. There's a space-based rally game that I'm interested in.
Thousands of us answered the call, rallying to save those we can. Every one of our ships...
Baldur's Gate's coming out at some point.
Captain, it is up to you to find us a new home, so we can plant the future seeds of humankind.
Copy. Plotting course now. Sector locked in. We are cleared to jump. Prepare for warp jump in 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, plenty of space games. Too many space games. Needs more space.
Soft landings, Captain.
Unfortunately, the trailer does not allude to what kind of game it is.
Makes you wonder, how are we in the real world going to fare when our big, beautiful sun enters its twilight years? Me, I'm optimistic. Who knows what we'll achieve by then? Every billionaire-funded space rocket that detonates moments after takeoff is one more step on the winding road of progress. Up next, tie on those togas and make merry with fine wine as all roads lead to this newest city builder. Here's a first look at Nova Roma.
One thing's for certain though, they've announced a lot of games. Oh yeah, there's also a courier game where you ride on a BMX. That was an interesting one. Yeah, I know the feeling, Snake. I just want to all it's when so I can go in the shower and go to bed. epic survival strategy game.
The Great War is over. All we want is to return home. To the newborn Czechoslovakia we fought for. Brothers and sisters. None of us thought this part of the journey would be the most difficult. We still hope to see our home once again. Across the endless snowfields of Siberia. Through territory disputed by the Red and White armies. By armored train in a harsh winter. Far from our loved ones. Outnumbered by enemies, we fight to make our way. Surrounded by wilderness, we manage in order to survive. This is our last chance. Our last train home. Will you lead us?
Pairing squad tactics with historic inspiration, Last Train Home is based on real events in the aftermath of World War I. However, historians continue to uncover records describing train passengers travelling homewards, some dating as recently as 2023. Whether any train home is truly the last remains the subject of academic debate. History is clear on one thing though. Puppets can't be trusted. As proof, watch as Sesame Street meets survival horror in My Friendly Neighborhood.
Oh yeah! I thought this was going to be on here.
I know we're dropping this on you last minute, but we need you to head down to the Sunrise Street studio lot. The antenna activated itself last night and started broadcasting that old puppet show over the news. You need to turn that thing off. You gotta get this done, man. Bye.
The last job of the day is always the worst.
Raise the curtain. Bring up the lights. The neighborhood is coming to town. Hey, stay back.
Let's do this.
I ended early. Can we go back to the beginning?
Yeah, I thought so before.
A sprint victory and points up for grabs right here.
Formula One.
Push as much as you can. Cubby. Can they push more?
Oh, it's a manager game. Okay.
They can't afford to sit back and relax now. Are we in trouble or not?
Oh, and that's a crash.
I am well aware of that, just I said that at the beginning.
And McLaren with a great overtake. Stay right here.
The CSS for all of the UI stuff that controls the text is broken, so I have to go and manually do it.
Hey, Frank AI, how are the metrics looking? Are we like doing numbers?
We're attracting considerable viewership, Sean. However, I've identified a simple programming adjustment to target underrepresented segments of our audience demographic. Shall I execute it?
Well, hell yeah, let's do
They'll
it.
make it less performant. That's what they'll do.
Cornering the VTuber market. Smart, very smart. I'm just not really sure this is my vibe, but since we're on a time crunch, let's see what's next for Subnautica Likes in Space with a trailer for Breath Edge 2.
There's a Breath Edge 2. Never mind, it's an RPG.
Man, there are so many great video games in this year's show. Frank AI, what do we know about sand?
Sand is a fine granular substance composed of mineral particles. It is finer than gravel, but coarser than silt.
Yes, but it's also a brand new survival game set in an alternate history where Austro-Hungarian soldiers smuggle space salvage across alien deserts.
I don't understand that sentence. Would you like to hear more about sand types?
Oh, no need. I'm about to know plenty. Let's take a look at sand.
I was hoping that we'd actually get to look at some sand today. I don't think we look at enough of it. So you wanted a really cutesy sort of city thing where you end up constructing stuff using Tetris blocks.
Завітайте в Лазуровий порт. У нас найкращі пляжі, готелі та ресторани. Файно! Замовлю собі багатського м'яса та пива. А ви що, хлопці?
Ну, раз ми ліпші, то попали себе шампанським і морським оленем. А ти ж, Петро, А я, як завжди, маленьку банушу хочу. Йой, то ж ресторан, а не корчма. Може ресторан бути найліпшим, якщо банушу немає. Що ти кружкилися?
We have reached the end of this year's show, and we're saving something very exciting for the end. Dune Awakening, the survival MMO adaptation of the classic sci-fi series. Frank AI, what have you got for us for the big finale?
If you like, I could fill the room with sand.
That's a little literal, don't you think? But what if we had, like...
I have Eastwood, but I've not played it yet.
Costumes. Oh, Dune's got some really cool costumes. We have the still suits, the royal garments. Oh my God, I could dress up maybe as like a giant sandworm.
It will require 3 million teraflops of processing power to render you as a sandworm, Sean.
I mean, don't worry about it. We can skip the costuming. It's just something that like Frankie and I used to do. Like, not you, like the real Frankie with the fun hair who's not a computer. Oh, man, there was this one year where she was a shark. And then, and she was like a mech pilot, and I had a spaceship. And there was this other time with togas, and I had this really nice robe. Anyways, just forget it. I'm living in the past. I shouldn't even miss this stuff. I mean, we're adults, right? Frankie Ward?
Do you still want to do the costumes bit, Sean?
I want to do the dress up bit so bad. I'm sorry, I tried to fire everyone and make money with computers.
Shut up and put the costume on.
Frankie, would you do the honors?
Gladly. Here is an exclusive interview with the team making a survival MMO that's more sought after than a suitcase stuffed with spice melange. It's Dune Awakening.
My name's Joel Bylos. I'm the creative director on Dune Awakening. So Dune Awakening is a survival, open world, massively multiplayer game. It is a game where players are invited to explore the world of Dune. They involve themselves in politics, they involve themselves in intrigue, they involve themselves in combat. They have to survive on the most dangerous planet in the universe. And through this experience, they come to know the factions in the world and the universe. So when Dune Awakening begins, you are a castaway on the planet in the deep desert, and all you have is a knife that you've made out of scrap metal. And you need to creep into enemy camps and knife them in the back and steal the water from their still suits. By the end of the game, perhaps you're running a guild. You have a fleet of vehicles, ornithopters flying in formation, sandbikes cruising across the desert beneath them, tanks kicking up a cloud of dust as you drive to a spice blow in the distance in order to harvest with your guild. And you see in the distance another guild coming towards you, and just as you clash, you hear the rumble of a sandworm coming. That's combat in Dune Awakening.
My name is Vilja Sommerberg.
That's combat.
I'm the game
Worm.
director on Dune Awakening. You start out in the desert, surviving, clinging to life, and in the end, you might become someone like the Baron Harkonnen, and then you try to cling to power. Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe. Surviving on Arrakis means that you need to prepare for sandstorms, you need to find water, it's a constant threat against survival. The sandworm, every time you try to cross the desert, the sandworm will come. You will sometimes outrun it, sometimes you may not.
Dune Awakening is built upon a foundation of 5 pillars. Survival, which is obviously everything you'd expect to see in a survival game. It's water discipline, it's the surviving the sandstorms that sweep across Arrakis. Then we have politics and intrigue, which speaks to the faction gameplay of the game. It's about, siding with one of the factions, thinking about how they work together, perhaps assassinating members of the other factions. Then there's infinite exploration. Infinite exploration, which is one of the things I'm most excited about, is how the world changes over time. We have a concept called a Coriolis storm, and when it sweeps across the landscape, the sands shift, revealing new points of interest, hiding others, making the game renewed every week. Then we have combined arms. Combined arms is our combination of vehicles, melee combat, range combat, and abilities all working together to create a seamless sandbox combat experience. And finally, we have expression and customization, which is really more than just talking about the visual expression and customization, which of course we have armor sets and clothing and a robust character creation. But in addition to that, it's really about play the way you want to play. Do you want to be a trader? You can do that. Do you want to be a fighter? Of course you can do that. Do you want to be a spy? Maybe that's the gameplay you're looking for. All of these things built into these pillars.
So the journey of the player, we've divided that into 4 parts. We think of them as survive, protect, expand, control. The survive part means that you're up against the planet itself and you're clinging onto life. In the protect phase, you've gathered some stuff, you might have a base, but you also want to make sure that nobody else comes to take it away from you, so you try to build defenses and make sure that your base is in the clear. Then, in the expand phase, you lift your gaze and you look around and you see that others have stuff as well, and you might want to take their stuff. Then, in the control phase, you may find yourself being a part of a guild or even the leader of a guild. Then, the goal is to control the flow of spice on Arrakis. However, you're never safe. There's always someone lurking around the corner. Can you really trust your second in command? So the goal of the control phase is that you are clinging to control. Whenever you get into combat in the desert of Arrakis, try to get it over with quickly, because not only are you fighting human combatants, but the planet Arrakis itself is the greatest protagonist there is.
And with that, the PC Gaming Show 2023 is done. And what a show it was! And what a lesson for me, honestly. AI excels at plenty, but only an absolute doofus would think it can replace the human touch. I mean, you'd have to be an irredeemable bozo, like a real human dumpster to pull that.
So that's the end of Frank AI? You are getting the band back together?
I mean, yeah, if we get another show next year, then yeah, you betcha.
If?
Well, Dakota, you guy's pretty smart. I mean, I think he's actually the CEO now of PC Gamer and all subsidiary publications and IPs. I think he's got some really great ideas, but he also caddies for some very influential people on the golf course. Life comes at you fast, I guess. Either way, see you next year. Bye-bye.
Priorities, innit?
Bye.
Bye.
Other than delivering parcels, fucking space rallying was the next best thing for me.
Camera speed. Hold on, my lips are sweating. Okay, here it comes. Okay, here it is. Everyone quiet on set. Here I come. This is the big moment. Okay.
Necessary data acquired.
We want the.
But it's true, there was a lot of fluff.
With maneuvering.
But then again, it's the PC game show. There's always a ton of fluff on this one.
Down just a little bit to give players that breathing room to be able to express their skill.
I don't know what to do now. Imagine if I continued reading on that take that was above average. Imagine that. That's not all. We're on fucking balls. Here we go, one more time.
Did fucking balls.
Oh, hold
that
on.
does it for
I have
you.
a rogue shoelace. No! It's solved. I solved the problem. Talent took care of it by himself. Talent is an adult. I'm ready. Tell me when. If there was an award for being unbearably cute while also being unbearably fun, there's no question it'd be down to the wire between Critter Cove and yours truly. Now, I've been following Stormgate for years at this point, but for those of us who aren't
No swearing allowed.
tell us.
No fun allowed.
That intro.
Oh, naughty. Right, we're done. So we're done. The PC gaming bullshit is over. It's over. Never again. And now Phil has just messaged me. Well, he messaged me a while ago saying that Elden Ring is amazing. A bit late on that one. Just a tiny bit. Oh, you actually did a clip of the Hell Let Loose bit. Cool. So what does he think it is? Hell Let Loose. And then boom, Hell Let Loose. I'll admit, I was even surprised by that one. Yeah. What's the next thing that's coming up?
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Since it's technically like the end of the stream, I'm gonna jump in the shower and go to bed because it's school night. It's like I gotta work. Let me consult my E3, not E3 list. The next thing showing up is Ubisoft Forward, which is on Monday the 12th at 18 o'clock, which is 6 o'clock. It's never the end. We don't have end emotes. Well, I'm gonna have to get like 1,000. What's it called? I need to get 1,000 followers. I mean, subscribers on here if I want emotes. Until then, you'll have to like, you know, resort to this fucking hand cover. Like, oh, this hand. Oh, that works too. I guess. Look, look. If you really want an end emote, we can take this to Kick if you want. That's if you want to try taking it over to Kick, because I can get emotes day one for that. Same goes for Trovo. Trovo can get emotes from day one too. Body green covering eyes. Oh fuck Ubisoft. I mean, they've so far shown not Prince of Persia and one other game to my knowledge. But I'm not sure what else is on there. Look, I'll go for a big old list of trying to find other streaming platforms, and we'll try something really odd and weird and stupid and weird and odd and stupid. That's only if we're clowning around, yo. But hey, I do have accounts for D-Live, Trovo, Kick. There's another one, Caffeine. I'm also on Caffeine, but that one's exclusively pretty much just for 9x16 content, which I can't recommend whatsoever. I guess you get spammed by emails from those guys. I'm not happy with them. I don't even stream there. I've not even done a single stream over there yet. And then there was the YouTube competitor that Snake showed me the other day, but as I scrolled down, it was just non-stop politics, and I'm like, I don't like the idea of that one. Oh, no, it wasn't Vimeo. I always forget the name of it because it's just not memorable to me, and I don't know why. He said it to me multiple times, and it just doesn't come back to me at all. It's such a easy thing to forget. But then again, I did spend like the last 2 days doing nothing but focusing on the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. They love casting spells. As well as the AI generated Simpsons. Don't know if you've seen that. It's a special kind of awful. Oh yeah, and if I was to stream on any other platform, I don't think the bot will pick it up. I don't think it supports anything other than Twitch and YouTube. F1 noises. Well, that's kind of annoying. It's got a video with my car doing a flip in it. Right, I'm gonna end the stream now because I'm gonna go for a shower and, you know, be ready for bed and all that good stuff. I will be back on a stream near whenever. Maybe tomorrow, probably not tomorrow, because like this week is gonna be a warm one and I don't want to be fucking around with warm. So next stream's probably Saturday over on Twitch. But yeah, thank you all for joining. I've been me, you've been you, if you haven't been you, who have you been? And I will, you know, catch you then. Yeah. Ciao.
Do 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 do. And
yeah, the way this goes is Twitch streams are on Saturdays and they're for a very short, limited period of time. That's the way that's gonna go. Until I can find this, until I can find a comfy spot. I'm gonna stick to the one live stream time I set on Twitch, which is gonna be 3 hours on Saturday. That's the way this is gonna go until we find the other place. Yeah. Have a good week, everyone. Take it easy. Bye.